All right, y'all, welcome back. So I've made it back from the trip. If you guys watched the last video, I showed this a little bit, but we need to get this thing running. I've never driven this. This is a 1955 Farmall 400. My father-in-law picked this up. This is his. He brought it down here for me to use. Since it's got the bucket on the front, I can use it to move snow. There's no snow out there right now. It's actually like 50 degrees out right now. Don't think we're gonna have any snow for Christmas this year, but I need to get this thing moved so I can get the truck parked in here. We've got this junk over here, which I'm planning to move because that's where this is gonna back into. So I need to get those benches from the van. I think I'm gonna try to stick them on the shelf over here. I think I can get them on the top shelf. The mower can go out to the shed because I gave Greg his old mower back. And while I was over there, I picked up my welder, which I haven't had for a couple of years at this point. But anyways, for now, I just want to figure out how to drive this thing. I've probably driven a tractor in my life maybe 3 times, so I really don't know what I'm doing. I'd rather not run it into my motorcycles or the van because it is pretty dang close to the van right here also. But it's a pretty minty unit. Leaks a little bit of oil. I think this tire leaks a little bit of air, but it should get the job done. It's missing the drawbar for the 3-point, but it should be all right. We'll figure that out at some point in the future. It would be nice to get like a box scraper and stuff for the back of this, because that would be easier probably to move snow than using the bucket, but we'll figure that out. I need to get my truck moved, which is sitting right here. We'll get this opened up and try to get this out of here. And I've got actually a little bit, put it on your face. I got a little bit of something that we can do with this. Ooh, it feels nicer out here than it does in the garage. Yeah, there's the truck. So the driveway, we had some heavy winds come through, and as you can see, there's a branch there, but this tree fell over, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. So I need to chop this thing up and put it in the bucket, and then we can drive it over there and put it in the hole. We did get a little bit of snow like right after I got home from the trip, and my neighbor down the road here, he's got a big front end loader, and he came and scraped this all off. We didn't tell him that we got the tractor yet, so I'm glad he did it. But it kind of like the gravel and stuff, and you can see you hit the ground over here. I ain't mad about it at all, but like he pushed a lot of gravel up, which some of this is from last year actually when he did it for us. So I might try to drag that stuff back out, but we'll figure it out. For now, I just want to get this thing started and take it for a drive and not run it into anything. But let me get this truck moved, get the garage opened up, and we'll see if we can figure it out.
I guess I was going to get a shift pattern emblem for it, but I never did get around to it. But reverse is clear to your left.
All right.
And up.
All right.
And then straight down is first.
Okay.
And then up and over a little.
All right. Talked to my father-in-law on the phone since I don't know what I'm doing. I think I got it figured out. I ended up putting some gas in it because it did look a little bit low. But got our shifter right here, and then pretty much just started up and run it. Got our bucket controls here, so let's see. We are in neutral. Let's see if this thing will start. Definitely clutch in so I don't run it into my motorcycles because I am a little bit nervous. We're also going to put the brake in. Clutch brake. We'll go choke. Oh, come on. And the battery's dead. Nope. He said the ignition switch is a little funky. He got a new one in the mail. Put that choke back in. Oh, come on. Hopefully I don't have too much trouble with it. brake out. We're keeping the throttle on here low. I don't have anywhere to put the camera, but set all the way to the left and up is reverse. Hey! Not too shabby, boys. There's my big dirt pile, and there's our pit. We need to put some junk. All right, guys, first drive of the tractor did not go too bad. I'm super stoked on that. That was actually pretty fun. But like I said, I got a bunch of junk here. I'm gonna grab my little DeWalt saw and get to hacking up some of this stuff. Since it's all dead and broken, I don't plan to save any of this, but we'll see what we can fill in the bucket and drive it over there and dump it in the hole. Tractor runs good. Clutch is a little touchy, like it's just at the very top of the throw where you get a little bit of engagement, so it takes some getting used to, but I'll figure it out. For a tractor that I get to use and didn't have to pay for, I am not at all bummed about any of that stuff. So let me get my saw set up. Probably need to charge this camera a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna get to hacking that wood up. Don't forget your safety spectacles. We got ourselves our chainsaw because we're real country boys. Let's just get this chopped up. Probably gonna take me much longer than anticipated, but most of this has it. Don't forget to wear your coveralls that you bought when you were 30 pounds lighter, so they're nice and tight. Well, I got the tree cleaned up. I was curious how it'd do trying to scoop some dirt. It'd be better if the bucket had teeth on it, and I don't have it revved up very high, but that has also sat there for a couple of years at this point and has probably compacted quite a bit. So I don't know. I could do it with that thing, but it's probably gonna take a while. It might be easier just to get, I got a neighbor with the skid steer or whatever. Might be easier to get him to do that. But let's head over there to that little pile of stuff from the last time it was plowed. The driveway was plowed. See if we can clear that, like smooth that out. I'm curious if I can do it. It's really hard to see the front of the bucket when you're sitting on the tractor, but it is what it is. I was mostly worried that I was gonna like drive it into the hole over here, but I figured it out. Haven't killed myself on this thing yet, so we're doing good. But yeah, let's see what we can do with this. So there is still a bunch of snow, but like this is probably 90% gravel. And I'm just curious if I can, if the bucket's got enough like strength that I can drag it backwards. Just playing around with this thing. We'll see what it does. Well, I'm definitely not a pro at driving a tractor. And like I said, you can barely see the bucket when you're sitting in the seat up there. I did a thing. It's not amazing, but it'll work. It's gonna take some getting used to that thing to actually move snow around with it. But before we end this video, I gotta clear out that side of the garage so I can get the tractor in there and get my truck parked back in the garage. So that is next up. Let's get started on that. At least I can move that mower right now. All right, so here's where we're at. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing in here without moving the van seats quite yet, because my wife wants me to meet her in town to go do some shopping. But I need to, well, the gas can's gonna move. This little step ladder here is covering the bolts that are in the floor from the previous owner, because they had a lift right here. There's another set of bolts sticking up over there. I could probably cut those off, but I do plan to put a lift in here. Should just get that done. These are mud flaps for her car that I need to put on. It's probably just gonna have to sit over here. We'll just have to walk around it to get into the door for now. But I'm gonna get those seats moved eventually, like I said, and try to stick them up there. I guess I could just drag them over here for now. Just got too much junk, but let's just move this mower quick. So I know a couple of you guys have wanted to see this thing. I haven't really showed it. It's just a dang old lawnmower. Cub Cadet ZT 154 inch, but it gets the job done. I would just like to be able to get my truck in here. It's been parked outside since I got home from the trip, and that's been a little while at this point with all the editing I've done. But this thing doesn't run too bad. Can't even see what I'm doing. And of course my camera battery is about to die. I'm the most prepared YouTuber you've ever met. I'm sure there's mice in this thing, so hopefully I don't have any mice chew on the wires of that thing, but at least it'll fit in here. No idea why I still own a snowblower at this point, but barely fits through the door. It's the first time I pulled it in here. There we go. It's out of the garage. All right. I'm probably just gonna drag those seats over just so I can get that dang tractor in there the right way. Yeah, still got a lot of cleaning up to do around here. It looks worse once all the greenery is gone because you can see the piles of garbage. But such is life. Gary the Goose is doing all right though. Turned into a beautiful evening. Wonder where the missus is gonna take me for dinner. Oh, and there I got a bunch of shelves to put in my basement because they've got boxes all over the floor, but probably won't show you guys any of that. Yeah, it's definitely not going to fit without me moving that stuff, and it's going to need this whole run. I'm going to drag those around, get those moved off camera because I got to charge the battery in this thing, and I'll see you when we start backing the tractor in here. All right, I got the truck pulled into the garage. Got those chairs moved. I just stuck them right there in between. That's typically where the bikes sit, but I moved them over there for the time being. I don't remember why, but because my father-in-law brought the tractor down and I wasn't here, so they couldn't get the big door open. My wife can't open that, and I wasn't going to expect him to open that. So he had to pull it in here and wiggle it around and get it parked where it was at. So he needed that space. But I should be able to fit that thing in here. I've got about 9 feet between these where the bolts and stuff are in the floor. And the tractor is like just over 7 feet, I believe. So I'm gonna back it in here as far as I can and see what happens. Let's hope I don't run it into the house, but I haven't crashed it yet, so we're all right. All right. I think that's about it. Could have got it back a little bit farther. I don't know, we'll see. I think my wife should be able to get the car in here. We'll find out here pretty quick, but I guess if I gotta back it up a hair farther, I can. I don't want to run into anything. So I need to unhook the battery. The battery's right under the seat here. It's got a switch on it. And we do actually have a battery tender lead. I don't know if it's hooked up, but yeah, it's hooked up. So just open that guy up and then close the petcock or the fuel bowl. Bam. And we're golden. All right, I'll see you guys. My wife should be home pretty soon here. See if she can get her car in here. I'm a little nervous that that's not gonna fit at this point. I don't know. Find out. I'll get back to you guys in a minute. All right, we've got room to spare. So there's the wife's new whip. I haven't really showed that on video yet. New to us, we did buy that used, but it's a 2023 RAV4 TRD. So we got the turd edition. It's nice. Still think the car was more fun, but it's nice for what it is. And there's more room here than I expected. I did inch this back a little bit more because I was nervous that there wasn't gonna be enough room. So I'm stoked on that. Everything fits. Got everything in the garage, except for the boat, obviously. But we'll have to pick this stuff up. There's some mail you guys have sent in for the next live stream, which will be New Year's Eve, last day of the month. It's always last day of the month. And like I said, yeah, I'm gonna put those seats up on those shelves. They should fit up there just fine. But for now, this is where we're at. All my junk's in the garage. One of these days, I'd love to put up another building, kind of where that pile of snow was out there in that area. So you just come down the driveway and there's another garage right there. If we could put up another building this size, and don't need a tall roof, but like a 40 by 50 or 30 by 60, you know, something like that would be really nice. That's years down the road. Don't get too excited for that. If I mention it on here, it's always like, when are you doing it? When are you doing it? That's 5 years down the road. But yeah, stoked to have everything in the garage. Well, I could definitely move some stuff around, and this stuff usually doesn't sit right here. I got to get that cleaned up, but we've got it all in here. Stoked on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like these kind of videos, let me know down in the comments. If you made it this far, definitely give it a thumbs up. And like I've said a couple of times, maybe this is the first time I said it on video, but we are running 25% off everything on the merch store until the end of the year. So through the 31st, you have to use code Christmas25 at checkout. When you get to the bottom, it's going to ask you for a code or whatever. Christmas25 will get you 25% off anything except for the Christmas stickers, which are probably sold out by the time you guys see this video. But anyways, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit. I'm a tractor guy.